Okay, we are live. Welcome to the show, everyone. Today we've got a bunch of cool things we're going to talk about, and we're going to give away a drone. I believe this is live stream number 8, the Ocho, right, Chris?
Sure, I'll trust you on that.
I think it is. What's today's date? Today is the
24th.
The
November.
24th. Yep, 24th of November. We've got Thanksgiving coming up. So a handful of fun topics. We're going to talk about, the drones in the $300-ish range. Are there any that are any good? We'll talk about that. We've got some coupon codes and some discounts from Banggood. We're giving away a drone, the Bugs 12. That's a fun one. It's a foldable one. We're going to talk about the Mini 2 a little bit. Found out something fairly interesting about it, and some potential news on the remote ID. I don't know how valid it is. We saw something the other day that we're going to talk about. So
positive news.
Yeah, some positive, some good stuff. But so we'll talk about all of those things, and whatever you guys want to talk about. So we will be right back. We'll get started in, well. Okay, Chris, you disappeared.
There I am.
You got to be here for the show. So we're gonna get rolling. The thing that people want to know, we're giving away a drone, and we're giving away a Bugs, an MJX Bugs 12, and actually we don't have that one anymore, do we?
No, we sold it. We've been on a bit of a selling spree lately. A drone like that, the $25, $26 shipping definitely cuts into the gains a little. But yeah, we've been selling a bunch of stuff. Sold that one. We do have the Bugs 20.
Bugs 20, yeah, we'll
Big
talk
brother.
Yep. So we'll talk about the Bugs 12 and the Bugs 20 because they are both really pretty solid drones for about $200, right? And right now they're less than $200. And actually, we've got some coupons, some discount codes that we'll get to you today. That will certainly make it even a little bit more affordable, right? So so best drone under $300. That's definitely a topic. What else are we talking about today, Chris?
Oh, we got a bunch on the agenda. We got that giveaway you mentioned. We're going to talk about Patreon. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Patreon. We're moving. We've started a Patreon for sure, and I'm kind of excited about that because we're giving away a drone tonight. We've got a lot of drones that we just can't fly, and we've been giving them away. We've been selling some, but we figure why not give back to the people who want to give back to us. So we started a Patreon. Let's see if I can't pull that up. I'll pull it up a little bit. But yeah, we've got a Patreon where you can. We started a Discord, so if you have questions for us regarding drones, that's a great way to get a hold of us. We're going to give away at least a drone a month. And some Patreon exclusive, posts and streams and stuff. So we'll do live streams there as well to give away drones. So Patreon is coming. What else, Chris?
We got a bunch of drones to talk about. We'll go through all of our coupon codes, right? We've got not only the 12, the 20 from MJX. We've got a Hubsan Zeno. We're going to talk about the FEMI drones, the Up Air 2.
Yep.
Big sale going on at Banggood, who is really kind of sponsoring this particular today's live stream. What else we got, Jack?
We're also going to talk a little bit about remote ID. We saw some interesting things the other day. If you saw XJet's video, about the FAA, actually it was an FAA video. He was kind of just doing some commentary, but some interesting things said by the FAA administrator on the call. And the Mini 2, we've got some interesting things to talk about for the Mini 2. But let's get started with let's talk about the Bugs 12. Chris, you got we don't have the Bugs 12. You got our website pulled up there. Maybe we could show them what it looks like there.
You want me to pull up the Bugs 12?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my Bugs 20 here. because
right.
the 12 and the 20 are very similar. Actually, here. So if you guys want to follow along, if you're looking for some of these deals.
All right, so here's the site here. Here's the 12. You can see we've got the video up there, bunch of pictures. Just give you an idea at least what it is. Folding drone, looks a little futuristic. Jack's got the 20 there.
They're the you know, and they're the same thing, just you know, the difference being the 12 folds, and you know, think of the 12 is MJX's Mavic, and the 20 is MJX's Phantom, right?
Yeah, and they're definitely still not up at Phantom or Mavic levels, but certainly that's an apt analogy. They have similar capabilities at this point, with the exception of how they fold.
They're almost identical in terms of specs. You're getting, you know, 22 minutes of flight time. Really, I think it's closer to be closer to 18, 20 on a great day. It does do 4K video, 4K 30 or 1080 60, and it's electronically stabilized, right? So you can see there's no gimbal here, right? It's you know, this is good isolation mounts, but it does a nice job of smoothing out some of that video.
Yeah, we were pretty impressed with it. It's definitely not perfect, but it turns what most of these drones in the $100 to $200 price range give you, which is mostly unusable video, and it makes it usable, is what I would say. You know, it can be stable if you're flying stable. It's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see if we want to see what some of that video looks like. Oh, we don't want to hear me in two places. That's no good. But yeah, if we take a look at some of the video here, maybe the internet doesn't like streaming, double streaming, and it looks a little bit choppier here. So we're gonna skip that.
Choppy, but you can get a quick sense of that. The video not only looks pretty sharp, although compressed again for the live stream, but it was stable but choppy. It doesn't actually look that choppy. So anyway, these two drones pretty good. I would say definitely worth the price that they're at if you have a budget.
Yeah,
and definitely worth a free giveaway.
Yeah. So we're giving away the 12, which, you know, most people would probably say that's the one they prefer. You know, right now, with the codes that we have in the video description, you can get the 12 for $163, right? So Banggood asked us to do this, and they sent us these codes, and they said, hey, we'll make these codes good for your live stream in a couple hours after. You know, they're kind of limited. So if you're looking for one of these drones, now is a good time to buy. If, you know, you don't get the free one. So, is it the same size of the Phantom? No, it's absolutely smaller. You know, now that I think of it, it's not a whole lot smaller, right?
It's a little smaller.
It is a little bit smaller for sure.
Yeah, so, but it's not any easier to pack than the Phantom.
No, and that's the thing. So I actually did. I'm going to go ahead and drop some of these. If, you know, people are looking, you know, you want to see the deals, I'll throw them in the chat. But in the chat, zoom in the comments. Yeah, people were asking, can you put the Bugs 12 propellers on the Bugs 20? And the answer is you can. And I did, and it flew. And I even made a video about it. But, you know, Control Z.
Their engineers got back to you and said probably not the best plan, right?
Yeah, they said don't do it. You know, the motors weren't built for those propellers, and it wasn't the best of ideas. All right, trying to do too many things. All right, so you know, that's the Bugs drones, right? They're good. They're optical image or electronic image stabilization, not the best. Yeah, there's some codes for you if you're looking. All right, let's talk about the Xiaomi, right? You got the Xiaomi Fimi X8, and I have the Hubsan, because those are kind of like the next step up, right? We're kind of avoiding DJI drones at this point, but they don't really have anything in the $300 range, right? So If you can find an old Spark, maybe. Actually, their Black Friday sale, you can get an original Mini for $359, I think, for a couple of days. So
yeah, it's pretty good. Well, your glass looks super weird. So best part of this thing is the super high tech gimbal guard, right? I mean, look at this piece of foam, pretty cool. So this is a drone, right? This is a real camera drone, 3-axis gimbal, pretty beefy. Definitely Mavic 2 Pro, Mavic 2 Zoom size. Pretty dense and heavy. Decent flight time, different properties. What I like to say about Xiaomi is they don't make junk, but they never go high end, right? They're not your Apple, they're not your Samsung phone. They're your number 3 go-to.
right.
And so they're kind of in that lineup, but it's always pretty good, and that's what we experienced with this guy. And we're still waiting on which
A3,
one?
the FIMI A3. So the smaller one, that one's less than $300. So we were hoping to talk about that and the Up Air 2. So there was an issue in terms of delivery for the Up Air 2 that got sent back to China for unknown reasons. And the A3 was a stocking issue. So who knows? We'll blame it on COVID. And then, kind of in that same realm, we've got the Hubsan. Now, Hubsan's done some nice things, right? I've got this beautiful case, right? We got the drone, and this is a monster, right? This is big. It's bigger than the Phantoms. It's bigger than that Xiaomi. We got the remote here. And actually, Hubsan just released the Zeno 2 Plus. I think that was like $650 or something like that. This one's, I think, $550.
Will it work better?
Will it work better? I watched Captain Drone's video on the Zeno 2 Plus today, and surprisingly, it just didn't stay in one place.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's and that's kind of Hubsan's thing. They, the camera's okay, but they're just throwing things at a wall and hope it sticks. And then they're like, oh, we'll just put out a plus version a couple months later and fix some of the things that are wrong, but not everything, because we don't have the time or the engineers that know what they're doing. So
yeah, I'm not sure what the Plus was supposed to do. If I remember, that camera in particular had really bad dynamic range.
yes.
I think overall we preferred the Xiaomi.
Sure.
And which is funny, right? Because Hubsan is a drone company. They had the initial success with the super tiny little drones that everybody bought like 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
And they haven't really progressed. It's been way too slow, unfortunately. Yeah. And the price they're charging isn't in line with the quality you get usually.
Right. So yeah, I'm not saying this is a bad drone. It's not. It's a good drone. But I think it's at like $550. It's hard to justify buying this over, say, a Mavic Mini or original Mavic Mini, actually, or a Mini 2, right? The Mini 2 is a better drone. That's my opinion, right? I think the most important thing about a drone is its camera, right? That's the most important thing when I think about a drone, is camera. Then it's, how easy is it to fly? How stable is it? Things like that, right? So yes, this does some things that the Mini doesn't, like follow me. But it's an extra $100, and I don't see that, because it just isn't as stable. It's up and down, up and down.
No, on any metric other than one flight mode, the Mini 2 just totally blows it away.
Yeah. So, we got a couple of questions. What about the Up Air 2? Well, we didn't get the Up Air 2, so we haven't tested it, but it's an interesting drone, and it's, Banggood sent us a code. You can pick that one up for $300, right? That's, or $299, right? So that's a significant deal. The A3, I'm looking at the code right now. It looks like $235. So that's, that's an actual gimbal. So that's going to be a little bit better even than, say, like the Bugs 12 or Bugs 20.
Yeah. So we're hoping we can recommend the latest Xiaomi A3 as the under 300 drone, but unfortunately, having not flown it, we can't quite do it yet.
Yeah.
And I'll point out we have Jack did issue our best Christmas drones. If you're looking for gifts, if you're looking for something for yourself at any price range, that's a great place to look. I'll throw up the article real quick. Jack's latest video
hasn't come out yet. It's coming out on Friday. So the video. So we had a lot of fun making, best runs for Christmas. You'll see the elf on the shelf make an appearance. So we wrote an article on Christmas drones, and the video is a little bit, I would say it's actually a little bit more in depth. There's a little sneak peek. Actually, I think it'll probably play from the website. So if you're on the website, you can get a sneak peek. The video won't release on YouTube until Friday.
Should we give a little sneak preview here?
Sure, go for it.
This oh boy. Let's mute that guy. There we go.
Right? We got to figure this out. This how do we stream?
Well, here's my favorite part. There goes Jingles.
Oh, so yeah, we did have some fun with that. So how about getting a Mavic Mini used on Amazon? Certified refurbished drones are really good. If you can grab a Mavic Mini for $300, yeah, all day. But like I said, DJI right now has a sale where you can get one of these. You can get a brand new original Mini for $359. So I'll show you if you're looking for that.
And that's the way. Yeah, $50, even $100, kind of questionable whether you'd go use there.
Yeah. What about the Holy Stone 700D? I'm not 100% because I don't remember but Holy Stone doesn't make their stuff. Actually, MJX makes most of their stuff, and I believe whatever their EIS drone is, it's the same as the Bugs 12, Bugs 20. It just costs more because they're a reseller. So, if you're deciding, do I go Holy Stone, do I go MJX, go MJX, because it's the same thing and it's not as expensive. And right now, $163 from Banggood, that is great value.
Yeah, pretty much everything we've seen from Holy Stone is, it's always a rebrand, and it usually has a significant markup, not just like a 10, 20% Amazon markup, sometimes more like 50 or more percent. And it really is the same as something else. You always want to kind of look around. They also always have 4.5-star reviews or higher, which is highly suspicious. I haven't quite figured out how they game it, other than giving people free drones whenever they want to complain. Maybe I don't know what they do, but something very questionable about their review process.
They do have good customer service. I remember once upon a time in our early days, we bought a Holy Stone and it did have issues, and they sent us another one. Right. So
yeah, that's true.
They do take care of their people, or at least they did 4 years ago, whenever that was. But what about the F11 Pro 4K? I've actually heard some good things. That drone is probably similar to like the Beast Pro, but actually better. So I see we've got some Banggood people on here. If people are asking about it, maybe they should send us one. We'll take a look at it. I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
So, but yeah, that I again, that it looks good. It's probably pretty solid. The Beast Pro 2, the cameras on them are actually really good, but the stabilization is terrible. The isolation mounts are bad. It just, you get jello.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to $300, I would probably go Bugs at like half that cost. If you can get, if you can find a used Mini for $300, cool. You bump your price range up a little bit, you can get a brand new Mini for $350. If you get into the $400, I'd probably skip over the Xeno. Fimi's okay if you're looking for something bigger with a few more flight modes. So we'll see. That's kind of how that stuff works. What else should we talk? we talk about Banggood a lot here, and if you're not sure about what it is, it's basically Chinese Amazon. They're running a Black Friday sale. I'll throw the link in here. You can kind of, if you're wondering what they are, what they sell, here, check the comments. I'll throw a link down there. That's to their Black Friday sale.
Yeah,
They sell everything. What's that?
Yeah, we've never actually shown the website for people that may not be familiar. Here it is. I'll just let it keep playing here, get an idea of the kinds of products that they're pitching and putting on sale there. Yeah, I won't talk about any of them, but you'll just see, gives a good sampling here.
Yeah. So it's not, it's a good website, good in terms of price. But in terms of shipping, they're coming on the slow boat from China. So you just, you got to keep that in mind. So I think we've kind of, exhausted. Let's take a look at the chat. The $300 drones. Use the Nafi. Yeah, we just sold our Nafi, $315. That was a steal. That thing was great.
Yeah, we just weren't flying it, and having the Mini around kind of filled the niche of the super lightweight drone for us. Mm-hmm. Although the Nafi, what's great about it is it has flight modes really that actually compete with the Air 2, but on a weight and cost now that's come down, that's getting closer to the Mini. So it definitely is more capable from flight mode standpoint. I would say the camera isn't our favorite, certainly not compared to the Mini 2, but it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It is only a 2-axis gimbal, right? So it's that 20 megapixels, and it has that crazy 180 degree gimbal angle, which is pretty awesome. Some other questions. The JJRC X11. I'm not positive, but I think that's the same as this. Is the Eachine EX4, I think. In that one, I mean, this drone was a menace to society. I mean, it was horrible. It tried to kill Chris. I think he almost wrecked his car. Oh no, that's different.
Yeah, it's a different one.
That's like the Bugs 4W or something, or 5, or it's hard to say. It's fine. There's no image stabilization. I wouldn't spend more than $125, $150 on that drone, right? But like when the Bugs 12 it's foldable, it has the stabilization, it's $163. That's the way to go. I mean, I would rather almost have, I wouldn't. It's fine, right? It's not a bad drone. I don't want to say that, but in terms of value, I think the video quality is the most important thing, right? So I think the video quality is the most important thing. Me Drone asks, does Banggood have a USA warehouse? They do. And you can see right here on this X11, you can get one from China, or you can get one from the USA. Sometimes the price changes. If we click on China, does it get cheaper? It might. It does.
Yes, $10.
But that that you're going to factor that in shipping time. So we've ordered a few things from the USA warehouse, and it's it's like ordering from the USA. It's here within a week. It's coming over from China. It could be a week, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be longer. Who knows, right? So that's how that works. So yeah, if you have a USA option, check that out. And some of these links that everything we're talking about is going to be in the video description down below. And I don't think it's there until the video is over, but you'll see sometimes it'll be CN, that's a China warehouse. USA is USA warehouse. If you have a USA warehouse option, go with that.
Do it.
So
it's also $4 or $5 cheaper on shipping. So, that's half the difference anyway.
Game of Drones is asking, has Seema come out with anything good lately? No.
I mean, about a year ago, we got like 10 Seema drones.
No, it was more than a year ago. From Sanjay?
Yeah. Like 7 of them were like junk. They just try to add features and none of them go well. The original drones were great. They were simple. They did a few things. You could crash them 1,000 times. I got one up on the wall there, the black one right there, and the red one there.
Great drones. I love the Seema X8.
And then they started trying to add GPS, and they tried adding better optical flow, and it was just a disaster. So we haven't personally, we haven't tested in over a year. Good.
No, that's not true. I had one over the summer, right? I had a Seema drone over the summer, and it was actually a fun little drone. It had some good modes, some flight, good flight time. And then I crashed it.
Yeah, they're not as tough as they used to be, right?
What's that?
They're not as tough as they used to be.
Like we used to wreck the heck out of those Seema drones. We actually have a video of just crashing the Seema drones. Oh, that's our 360 prototype.
So this thing had paintball shot. It still has paint dripping out of it, and it still flies.
Yeah, Chris, we can see your sweet pajama pants when you stand up.
Gosh, I'm not going to stand up again.
Oops. So, okay, hold on. That drone in your hand, right? So iFlight is now just released the 360 X Night or whatever, right? That drone in Chris's hand was our idea, right? What was that? I don't know how many. We can go back. It was probably 2 years ago. We've got a video on that drone somewhere. You put a camera on the top, camera on the bottom. The drone disappears, and then you can get 360 video, and you pan around and whatever. That was our idea years ago. And then iFlight just put it out there with the Insta360, whatever 360 camera they got.
Yeah.
So, yes. All right.
So, a couple other things we wanted to go over, Jack, right? A couple news items.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Mini. Excuse me, the Mini 2. It doesn't weigh, as it says, 249 grams, does it?
False advertising.
Yeah.
About 237, 238.
Yeah. So we got a couple of posts on some of our videos saying it weighs 237 grams. So I weighed it, and it weighed 237 grams. And then I looked online for other videos, and then I found Original Dobo. He weighed it on camera, was 237 grams. It's 237 grams, right? It says 249. Now, why would that be? Right? Why is it lighter?
Have you weighed it with the original battery yet?
No, because I sold it, but I did weigh the original batteries. So the original battery still puts it over 250 grams.
It does. Okay.
It does. So that's whatever. You still have to register. But, there was talk, Billy Kyle was saying that, that LED was supposed to be an obstacle avoidance sensor. I think that's interesting. Right. And I think the fact that this drone isn't quite 249 grams tells you that they were trying to put something else on this drone. Right. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah.
Because why would they not have just given you a bigger battery? They've got 10 grams to spare, 12 grams to spare. They could just give you a bigger battery and give you more flight time. Or why would they not change the 249 on the side of the drone? I think they were testing and planned on giving you infrared or obstacle or a camera or something, and it just didn't cut it. It just wasn't quite right. So they scrapped it, and we're hoping people wouldn't notice.
Could be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think obstacle avoidance is coming on this drone anytime soon. I'm a little more skeptical. I mean, yeah, I guess they could have put an infrared sensor there. Mm-hmm. I don't think it added a lot of value to the Spark, to be honest. It's a little flaky.
Oh, to the Spark. You're actually talking about, yeah.
Right. The Spark had the infrared right there in the middle. So I don't know. Maybe just they could claim obstacle avoidance. Could be. Maybe we'll see it in the Mini 3.
Yeah, I mean, it is so much the same drone as the original Mini. The big difference is the OcuSync technology, making it so much better in terms of range, right? That's worth it right there. And then they unlocked the 4K, right? It was there all along. It's the same camera, same sensor. So it is a better drone, but it's really not that different. Right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, certainly geometry, it's identical, despite what they say about it being packaged up smaller. Um, minor tweaks, and it's the camera and somehow the transmission technology. How DJI is just dominating everybody with these tiny packages and this amazing transmission. I don't know. Sorry, this cat won't shut up.
We can't hear it. I don't know which one of your cats it is, but all right. So let's talk about XJet and his video. He, I'll give him credit. It wasn't actually his video. It was the FAA, right? The FAA. I'm gonna see if I can't find XJet's video so I can reference.
He just provided a ton of commentary.
He did.
So it's this guy from the FAA, and what's his name again? Who's critiquing it?
XJet.
XJet. I mean, this guy's just tearing him to pieces, but
and deservedly so. This guy was not good.
So there's like kids and people asking him questions, and some kid asked him about drone races and flying underneath 100 feet, and he seems to let something go.
Yeah. So if you're going to watch this video, skip to about 10 minutes, right? So this guy, this Steve Dixon, right? He is an administrator for the FAA. This is XJet down here. And so he does this call with these kids, and we're like, what are we, like 45 minutes into this? Kids are like falling asleep because he's just telling them how awesome he is and what he does. And this guy here, Caden, he's like, hey, I like to fly FPV stuff. Why can't the FAA just say, hey, you know what, under 100 feet, you're fine. No big deal. And he's like, oh, well, yeah, we're going to let you guys fly between, maybe up to 300, 400 feet, and you won't have to worry about remote ID. That's the gist, right? So really interesting, right? So if you haven't seen this video, you can watch it. You can watch XJet's video. You can watch the live Drone Week event with students. But he's talking about potentially exempting pilots from remote ID under 300 or 400 feet, which would be fabulous. That would be fantastic, right? And that makes a whole lot of sense because, those commercial drones that are delivering your Amazon packages, they should be flying, higher, right? But not much, right? So, in that 400 to 600 feet, why not make that the commercial airspace where the remote ID is needed? So I think that would be awesome. Right?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we can come up with something that just makes it easy for us to fly. You can get a lot done under 100 feet. You can get a lot more done under 200-300 feet. Let's just hopefully get something reasonable here, so we're not so limited, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Little tidbit, little glimmer of hope there.
That would be. So we kind of referenced this at the start of the show, but we've been selling off a handful of some of our nicer drones, and we have a few still for sale: the Mavic 2 Pro, the Phantom 4 Advanced, the Autel Evo. So if you're looking for something like that, we have those. We also I think have a Beast Pro for like $100, right? We're not trying to make money. We're just trying to recoup some dinero that we've put into some of these drones, so that we can buy some things, right? So if you've seen some of my more recent videos, you'll be like, Jack's camera looked great. Well, Jack bought a new camera, so now we're paying for Jack's new camera, and Jack's laptop is bogging down, so Jack needs a new laptop, right? So we're just trying to cover some costs so that we can upgrade our equipment so our videos and things look better, right? We're just trying to make it better, and that's for you guys, right?
There's just so many $1,000 drones that we need, right? I mean, we can't fly them all. That's the problem. We're just collecting dust on our Evo. It's a great little drone. We sold our Typhoon H.
That drone was a lot of fun, and kind of on that, right? So we're not going to be giving away our Mavic 2 Pro, but I've got all the $100 to $300 drones that I will ever need. I've been giving away to my nieces and nephews, my kids, neighbors, friends, and we still have these things, right? They're on our walls. If they're on our wall, it's probably broken, right? So we want to give these drones. We want to give them away. We want to give them back. And we've decided we're going to start a Patreon, and we're going to, support the people that support us. So I just threw a link to the Patreon down below. I'll share my screen here so you guys can see what that looks like. If you're not familiar with Patreon, it's dude, we already got a Patreon subscriber. I gotta figure out who that guy is, because that guy is my hero, or girl, whoever it is. But so we have some content for our Patreons only, and we'll have some posts, we'll do some streams, but once a month we're gonna give away a drone in a minimum of $100, right? So this is our Patreon page. We've already got some posts kind of telling you, what drones do we have? What are we working on? What are we flying? So stuff like this, right? I'll give you a sneak peek. But so this is the Chimera 4 long range, and I've had this drone for probably 2 weeks, and today was the first day that I actually got it to fly. And this is somewhere in between, like a DJI drone and an actual racer. So it has an HD camera, and this thing can fly, if you get the right battery on it, for 30 minutes. It's an HD camera here. I'm going to put the Insta360 Go Cam on top. But we're working on stuff like this behind the scenes. I was flying this today, in my basement, the Meteor 65, just kind of messing with FPV angle mix, I think it's called, and what that is. And I kind of figured out what it is and if I like it or if I don't. So, we'll talk about more of the nuancy things to drones on our Patreon. And there's also a Discord, right, where you can connect with us. It's kind of like a way to text message us.
So Jack, you provide a lot of help to people that are trying to get into FPV, right? People ask you a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And it could be a venue for you helping people out.
Yes. So I am no Joshua Bardwell, but I've built a ton of these things. I've gone through troubleshooting on these things. Yeah. So the FPV thing is a lot of fun, but it's also very frustrating, right? So, if you're looking for an outlet, if you have some questions on that, or really anything drone related or photography related. I like drones. Chris is a photography guy. So if you have photography questions, right? So, I'm learning all about aperture and the exposure triangle, and a lot of that comes from Chris. So, if you're looking for, tips on that, he just did a video for a big company flying indoors, right? So if you want to learn how, I'm trying to get him to do, what do you guys think? A video tutorial about how to get the best photography out of your drone. I think it's like a 3-part series. I think that's what we're going for. So, I think that should be one of Chris's videos after he gets done with what he's working on now.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, special help, special venue for you to communicate, for us to communicate with you. And it's also where we are going to be driving our giveaways from, right? So you're going to be able to sign up for a special giveaway, and so you're getting you're getting that potential when you're joining up there, right?
For sure. So Brock Redman asked a question about the Tello. Do I like the Tello? Heck yeah, I like the Tello. Tello is actually one of my favorite drones, and it's on my list of drones for Christmas. I think it's the best drone you can get for $100. And we're on our website here. I'm just pulling this info up from, I think, the best website, the best drone related website on the internet. But yeah, it's a solid drone. It's actually an underrated drone. So I'm pretty excited. Next semester, I'm teaching a drone class, and we got a grant, and we were able to buy a Tello for each of the students in the class. So we're going to learn how to fly on Tellos. We're going to learn how to do photography, frame shots on Tellos, and we're actually going to code these Tellos. We actually got Tello EDU versions for these students because we had a really generous donation. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. The Tello is a great drone for kids. It's a great drone for, it's kind of like you got a budget of $100, there isn't a question you buy a Tello.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's it's in more of an indoor flyer, but you can do a lot of fun stuff with it. It's really impressive little product for what it is, and it is the most stable little thing I've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
If the wind is under control, I mean, I took like a 8-minute time lapse, and it moved about this much in 8 minutes. So they've got some really impressive technology on there.
Yeah, for sure. Blake Lindstrom saying hello. He was like the first person on our stream last week, just saying hello. Well, hello. We got some repeat faces. I see Game of Drones. Good to see you again. Me Drone. Good to see you again. Both of them sent us some emails after the last stream, and I appreciate that feedback. So if you guys have feedback for us, we're receptive to it. We're not professional live streamers, so we're always looking for feedback. So
yeah,
good, bad, or ugly. If you want to email us, hit us up at drones@halfchrome.com. If you think there's a drone that we need to check out, let us know here. If you think we're getting something wrong, right? Call us out. Let us know. That's how we get better, right? So, in our, I love when people leave comments on our videos. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, because that's how we know, right? I'll tell you, give us a thumbs up if you like it. Give us a thumbs down if you don't. If you don't like it, thumb that video down and tell us what we need to do better, so that we can, right?
Definitely. You take harsh criticism better than me, but
we do. That's why I love the our 10 things that we hate about drones videos. Those
we might just have one coming.
Yeah.
Our whole angle on the 10 things I hate videos, and I think it might be a 15 or 10 worst things videos, is just that, we keep it real. So many videos are just so positive. Here's how amazing this product is. If we got everything for free, maybe we'd be more like that. But even we do get stuff for free, we still throw those videos out there. If it's a popular enough product, we want people to know the limitations, and we want certain companies that make these products, DJI, to know how to improve them. And so many times we see those improvements come through on follow-on products. So
yes, for sure.
Maybe they're listening to us. I don't know.
Yes. No. So that's true, right? If someone is only telling you how awesome a drone is,
or anything,
it's hard, right? So yeah, we'll tell you what's not awesome. So Van City wants to know what I'm drinking. It was, gosh, I don't remember. It was a strawberry milkshake IPA, and it was delicious, from a local brewery. I forget which one.
So Half Chrome is a long story. That question comes up. It's a long
story, and it's a nerdy story.
Surprised Me Drone didn't catch it before. I'll tell the really short version is just Jack's unofficial name is Jack Chrome. He's half the team here. Another version of the story is every other URL on the internet was taken. And we'll leave it at that for today, because we got into it just a couple podcasts ago.
Yeah, and actually, with this Half Chrome is actually our second name. We were actually the Drone Guys with a Z.
We got two people asking now. All right, so here's the nerdy answer: if it was just a YouTube channel, it would have been a different story. You could call your YouTube channel anything. Websites, you need a URL, right? And it can't suck. We don't want it to suck. We didn't want to go like something other than .com. Our advice we got was stick with .com if you can, which means a ton of stuff's taken. And a ton of stuff's just sat on by people, who grab URLs. So we got creative. So here's the deal. A drone B has half the chromosomes of the queen. So there you go. And if you actually look at our logo, it looks like half of a human anyway, chromosome, kind of dividing up the words half and chrome, or the letters H and C. So super nerdy, super random. There's the original T-shirt. That is so classic right there.
Right.
And
this is part of the story too.
Yeah. I mean, I do all our logo design too. I'd say the Half Chrome logo was an upgrade.
For sure.
Spent a few days on that. We're getting it upgraded. We're actually paying somebody to do a better job than I did. So we'll see a logo upgrade in any day now.
Right. But so we were originally the drone guys because that had a nice ring to it. But as it turns out, there was some litigation between some drone guys in, I don't remember, California and Florida.
Yeah, they're suing each other, and they basically told us that we'd be next on their list if we stuck with our name. We're like, we don't need that.
We had the website for what, maybe
a couple months,
3 months. So we're like, let's just grab a new URL, like the Z, right? The drone guys with the Z. It's all backwards on the computer. It's hard for me.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the story. I'm sorry, it's probably not as exciting as you might hope, but we got a few versions of that story.
Yeah, Chris is an engineer. That's why his mind thinks things like that. I was thinking of the other day, like I came up with some even, simpler ideas. Anyway, we should let these people go. They've got things to do. It's Thanksgiving week. If you guys haven't checked out halfchrome.com, do it. We've got drone reviews up there. Info. If you want to shoot us an email, shoot us an email at drones@halfchrome.com. We've got a Facebook page, we've got an Instagram, and obviously we've got a YouTube channel. So yeah, that's what I know. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. I don't know when our next live stream will be, but it'll probably be on Patreon, actually. So if you haven't checked out our Patreon, let me throw that I'll throw that in the comments one more time. It's also going to be in the video description below.
And if you like to win free stuff, that's the place to check it out, I would say.
Yeah. So if you want free stuff or you want to connect with us, you can do it on Patreon. All right. That is it for the night. Good luck, everyone. Happy flying.
See ya.